Happy morning, my dear children. Today we are going to discuss about that group number 17, halogen element, group number 17 element, P block element 2, unit 3, am I right? Halogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, these are all halogen, am I right? So first one, our textbook having about the chlorine. Mostly we have only about the chlorine. After that, the chlorine over, we have about the hydrochloric acid. Okay, so we can start from the halogen, that is about the chlorine. The halogen are present in combined form and they are highly reactive. Halogens are highly reactive. About the main source of fluorine is a fluorospar or fluoride. The other source of fluorine are cryolite, fluoroapatite. These are some other words. And about the main source of chlorine is sodium chloride. All of you know about that. Sodium chloride is formed in where? Seawater. And also including bromides and iodides also occur in seawater. Okay. So fluorine, the source of fluorines are cryolite and fluoroapatite. Okay. The main source of chlorine is sodium chloride from seawater, and about the bromides and iodides are also occur in seawater. About the physical properties, here one of the very important point about our family, that is about that halogen family. Normally we are learning about the four members, am I right? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. But one more having about the astatine, okay? Don't forget about the physical state of halogen is about fluorine and chlorine is the gas, bromine is liquid, and iodine and astatine are the solid. Don't forget that. Everyone know about the atomic number of halogens. Fluorine 9, chlorine 17, bromine 35, iodine 53. And about astatine is about 85. Regarding for the isotopes means fluorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine, bromine, iodine. That is, fluorine is about F19 isotope. Bromine, Br79. Iodine, 127. Okay. But the chlorine having two isotopes, one is about that. Chlorine 35, Cl35, Cl37. Astatine 80, 210 and 211. These are some isotopes. About the atomic mass, fluorine 80 in the atomic mass, chlorine 35 the atomic mass, bromine 79, iodine 126, astatine 210. About the electronic configuration, fluorine we are using helium, chlorine we are using neon, bromine we are using argon, iodine we are using Kr, krypton, astatine we are using Xe, xenon. What is the outer electronic configuration? Don't forget that. NS2, NP5. What is the general electronic configuration? NS2, NP5. For example, fluorine, NS2, NP5 means 2s2, 2p5. Chlorine, NS2, NP5 means 3s2, 3p5. Bromine, NS2, NP5 means 4s2, 4p5. Iodine, NS2, NP5 means 5s2, 5p5. Astatine, 6s2, 6p5. These are some the electronic configuration. About the melting point, fluorine. Melting point is 53 and about the boiling point is 85 Kelvin. Chlorine, melting point is 171. Boiling point is 239 Kelvin. Bromine, 266 about the melting point. Boiling point 332. Iodine, 387 melting point. Boiling point is 457. XII, melting point 573. Boiling point 623. These are some about the melting and boiling point of halogens. Next, what are the preparation of chlorine, my dear children? One of the very important question. Preparation of chlorine and manufacture of chlorine. It's a very important question. Try to learn this question. Very important question. Sometimes the question may be asked about the 5-mark question. Okay, because a lot of equation is there. So try to take written practice. Okay. How is chlorine prepared? That's the question. How is chlorine prepared? Here, chlorine is prepared by the reaction between sodium chloride. What is the formula of sodium chloride? NaCl. Sodium chloride reacts with MnO2. In the presence of sulfuric acid, we get chlorine. Chlorine is get, am I right, from the NaCl. Okay. That is Mn combines with the Cl2 form MnCl2. Already we get Cl2. Am I right? Sodium combines with hydrogen sulfate. That is we get sodium bisulfate. Hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water molecules. So how will you write the equation? NaCl plus MnO2 plus H2SO4 gives Cl2 plus MnCl2 plus NaHSO4 plus water molecules. How can you balance the equation? Here, balance the equation is very important. Okay, my dear children. Product side, how many chlorine is there? Product side. Tell all of you. Product side, how much is Cl having? 4 Cl. Okay, Cl2, Cl. Am I right? So the reactant side come to 4 NaCl. So how much sulfate is there? Sorry, how much sodium is there? 4 sodium. So make it react product side 4 NaHSO4. How much sulfate is there? 4 sulfate. So make it 4 sulfuric acid. So how much hydrogen is there? 8 hydrogen. Out of 8, 4 is over. What's remaining? 2 water molecules. Am I right? Now the equation is balanced. Once again, please come. First you have to count the chlorine from the product side. How much chlorine? Cl2, 4. Am I right? So make it reactant side 4 NaCl. So 4 sodium is there. Come to the product side. 4 NaHSO4. So how much sulfate is there? 4 sulfate. So make it the product side, reactant side. 4 sulfuric acid. How much water molecules? 4 into 2 is equal to 8. Already 4 over. So remaining 2 water molecules. Now the equation is balanced. Next. Chlorine is also prepared by the reaction between lead oxide, manganese dioxide, potassium permanganate and also potassium dichromate. First I am taking PbO2, lead oxide. The lead oxide reacts with hydrochloric acid. What is the formula of lead oxide? PbO2. This one reacts with HCl. We get lead combines with Cl to form PbCl2, lead chloride, and also we get chlorine Cl2. Hydrogen combines with oxygen, we get water molecule H2O. How can you balance the equation? PbO2, am I right? PbO2, lead oxide. So make it the water molecules. Here also 2 oxygen, so make there water 2. How much hydrogen is there? 2 means 2 into H2, am I right? 4 hydrogen. So make it the reactant side 4 HCl. So I think that the equation is balanced. Very easy. M1O2 plus another one product, M1O2, and reacts with hydrochloric acid. We get MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus water molecules H2O. So first you count the chlorine. Cl2, how much Cl2? Cl2 4 Cl, am I right? So 4 HCl. So 2 water molecules. Now the equation is balanced. Am I right? If you have any doubt, please ask me, okay? Next one. At least you have to learn any 5 equation. Here having 4 plus 6, 4 plus 3, 7 equation. At least you have to thorough with 5 equation, okay? 5 equation. Next one. Potassium permanganate. What is the formula of potassium permanganate? KMNO4, KMNO4, and reacts with the hydrochloric acid, HCl, gives KCl plus MnCl2 plus hydrogen combines with the oxygen, we get water molecules, and also we get chlorine. Am I right? Cl2. First I am taking KMnO4. Potassium combines with the Cl to form KCl. Mn combines the Cl to form MnCl2. Can you understand, my dear children? Potassium combines with the Cl to form KCl. Mn combines with the Cl to form MnCl2. Hydrogen combines the oxygen to form water, and also we get chlorine. So how can you balance the equation? That's important. What's the easiest way for balancing the equation? First, make it 2 KCl. Okay, 2 KCl. Product side 2 KCl. So reactant side also 2 KMnO4. Am I right? Okay. Then reactant side 2 Mn. Am I right? So the product side also to make it 2 Mn. Reactant side 2 into 4 is equal to 8 oxygen. So make it 8 water molecules, because 8 oxygen having. So make it 8 water molecules. So how much hydrogen is there? 8 into 2 is equal to 16 hydrogen. So product side also make it 16 hydrogen. Am I right? Next about the chlorine. 16 HCl we add here. So how much is remaining? 2 KCl, 2 over 2 into 4 MnCl2 said 6 over. So remaining is 10. Am I right? So if you are making 5 into 2, 5 Cl means Cl2 means it is balanced. Am I right? Next one. Potassium dichromate. What is the formula of potassium dichromate? K2Cr2O7 and reacts with the hydrochloric acid. That is HCl we get. Potassium combines with the Cl to form KCl. Chromium combines with the Cl to form CrCl3. Hydrogen combines the oxygen to form water molecules. And also we get chlorine Cl2. Am I right? So, how can you balance the equation? How much potassium is there? 2 potassium. So make it the product side also 2 potassium. How much chromium is there in the reactant side? 2. So make it the product side also 2. How much oxygen is there in the reactant side? 7. Am I right? 7. K2Cr2O7. So the product side is also make it 7. So how much hydrogen is there in the product side? 7 into 2 is equal to 14. So make it 14 HCl. Now you count the chlorine. 14 Cl means that is here the KCl means 2 over 2 into 3 is equal to 6 over 6 plus 2 8 over. So out of 14 8 over means remaining 6, am I right? So 3 into 2 is equal to 6. Now the equation is over, am I right? So next one. From bleaching powder, how will you prepare the chlorine? That's the question. From bleaching powder, how will you prepare chlorine? First I am taking bleaching powder means calcium oxychloride, okay? Calcium oxychloride. And I think that you maybe learn in the 10th grade because they are also having about the chlorine and also about this bleaching powder, everything having calcium oxychloride. What is the formula? CaOCl2. Am I right? This calcium oxychloride reacts with the hydrochloric acid, HCl, we get. Calcium combines with the chlorine, we get CaCl2. And chlorine, we get Cl2 plus hydrogen combines the oxygen, we get water molecules. So, how much chlorine is there? The product side, 4 chlorine. So, the reactant side, CaOCl2, 1 is over. If you are making 2 HCl means, equation is balanced. Am I right? Calcium oxychloride reacts with sulfuric acid, H2SO4 we get, Cl2, chlorine we get, plus calcium combines with the sulfate, we get calcium sulfate, CaSO4 plus. Hydrogen combines the oxygen, we get water molecules. Now the equation is over. So my dear children, try to learn at least any 5 equation thoroughly, any 5. I hope that we may learn about the first equation, second, third and also last 2 equations. It's very important, okay? Try to learn this question. Next question, how is chlorine manufactured? How is chlorine manufactured? Manufacture of chlorine. Here, chlorine is manufactured by the electrolysis of brines in electrolytic process or in by Decon process. That means one of the process we are preparing chlorine, that's a manufacture, a large scale preparation. Here we are learning about the electrolytic process. Electrolytic process. When a solution of NaCl is electrolyzed, that is, electrolysis means we are taking NaCl, sodium chloride. It is split up into ions, am I right? Na plus plus, Cl minus ions, am I right? It is ionized, dissociate. That is, we are using electrode, anode, cathode. Already we explained about. Here Na, that is Na plus ions, reacts with the OH ions from water to form sodium hydroxide. Am I right? To form sodium hydroxide. Because water can be written as H plus plus and OH minus ion. NaCl gives Na plus plus and Cl minus ion. Water H plus plus and OH minus ion. Here sodium, one of the sodium combines with OH to form NaOH. Next, at cathode, how can you write at cathode? H plus, here loss of an electron H plus. That H plus we are adding 1 electron minus 1 H plus means there is no electron, am I right? What is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. It loses its electron, lost its electron. So it becomes H plus. H plus means no electrons, am I right? Is here no electrons, we are adding 1 electrons. 1 electrons, that is electron, charge of electron is minus, all of you know that one. If you are adding H plus to 1 electrons, that means it goes to hydrogen atom, H atom. 1 H plus and another 1 H plus, H and another one hydrogen, we are adding, we get H2 molecule, am I right? This is about the cathode. What is about the anode? Anode means Cl minus. Cl minus, that is gain of an electrons. Atomic number of chlorine, all of you know that one. 17, first shell run 2 electron, second shell 8 electrons, third shell remaining 7 electrons. That is Cl minus means gain 1 electron. So we have to take the electrons. So Cl minus gives Cl plus 1 electron minus. You have to 1 electron minus. All of you know Cl plus Cl gives Cl2. That's the equation. Okay, how to write that one? Take practice that one. Okay. Next one. Decon process of preparation of chlorine. How can you prepare chlorine by Decon process? In this process, what is happening here means simply hydrochloric acid is mixed with oxygen under the temperature. We are giving some temperature. What's the temperature means? 400 degrees Celsius. The presence of Cu2Cl2. Am I right? The temperature about we are giving a hot gas at about 273 Kelvin is passed through the solution. Here, a mixture of air and hydrochloric acid is passed up the chamber, one of the chamber. The chamber containing number of shells, pumic stones, one of the stone is soaked in the cuprous chloride. The formula is Cu2Cl2. We are applying a hot gas. So we get this hydrochloric acid and combines with the oxygen we get chlorine molecule and also we get water. Here the chlorine is produced as a gas, vapor state. So how much oxygen is there in the product side? Only one oxygen, reactant side 2 oxygen, so make it the product side 2. How much hydrogen is there? 4 hydrogen, so make it 4 hydrogen, 4 HCl. So 2 chlorines, 2 Cl2. Now the equation is balanced. Here, in this method, the chlorine is obtained by this method is a dilute and it is employed for the manufacture of bleaching powder. What's about the bleaching powder? That means here we are taking cuprous oxychloride and reacts with hydrochloric acid. We get cupric chloride CuCl2 plus H2O. CuCl2 plus H2O. How can you balance the equation? How much hydrogen is there? 2 hydrogen, so make it 2 HCl. Now the equation is balanced. CuCl2 and reacts and undergoes react to form CuCl2 plus Cl2. How much copper is there? 2 copper, so make it 2 copper. Now the equation is balanced. Next about what are the physical properties of chlorine. One of the very important one word. Chlorine is a greenish yellow gas. Chlorine is a greenish yellow gas with a pungent irritating odor. Okay. And also it is 2.5 times heavier than air. That also mark it that one word question. Chlorine is soluble in water. Its solution is referred to as a chlorine water. Chlorine deposited greenish yellow crystal of chlorine hydrate. The formula is Cl2 8H2O. It can be converted to liquid and also yellow crystalline solid. Chlorine can be converted to liquid and also yellow crystalline solid. What are the chemical properties of chlorine? What are the chemical properties? First one. Chlorine reacts with a non-metal. I am taking some of the non-metals and also I am taking some metal. First I am taking one of the metal. That which are the metals means sodium metal, iron metal, aluminum metal, copper metal. These are some metals. And I am taking some of the non-metals like boron, sulfur, phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. These are some non-metals. First, with metal, sodium, I am taking one of the sodium. Sodium on reacts with chlorine. Sodium can be written as Na plus Cl2 gives NaCl. So how much chlorine is there? 2 chlorine. So make it 2. 2 sodium chloride. Reactants will also make it 2 Na. Next one, iron metal. Iron combines with the chlorine. Fe combines with the Cl2 gives FeCl3. So make it the product side 2 FeCl3. So come to the reactant side 2 Fe plus 3 Cl2. Equation is balanced. What about the aluminium? I am taking the next one is about the aluminium. These are all already we learned the equation. I am right. Aluminium. Aluminium combines with the Cl2, we get aluminium chloride AlCl3. Product side make it 2. The reactant side come 2 aluminium, 3 Cl2. Copper reacts with the chlorine, we get CuCl2. Equation is balanced. Hydrogen combines with the Cl to form HCl. That is H2 plus Cl2 gives HCl. So make it 2 HCl. Equation is balanced. For this reaction, don't forget about the delta H value. Delta H is about that minus 44 kilocal. Okay, kilocal. Then what is about the non-metal reaction? Non-metals I am taking about the boron. Boron on reacts with the chlorine, we get boron trichloride BCl3. So make it 2 product side. Reactant side 2B and also 3Cl2. Another one non-metal. Sulfur reacts with the chlorine, we get S2Cl2. S2Cl2. Anybody answer this? What is the name? S2Cl2. The last previous class I told you. Disulfur dichloride. Disulfur dichloride. So S2Cl2 can be right. 2 sulfur Cl2. Am I right? Now the equation is balanced. Next non-metal is about the phosphorus. Phosphorus on reacts with the chlorine, we get PCl3. This also we learn. Am I right? Phosphorus, antimony, arsenic. These are all everything we learn. So phosphorus polyatomic element P4 plus Cl2 gives PCl3. Am I right? So 4 PCl3 product side. So how much chlorine? 4 into 3 is equal to 12. So make it 6 Cl2. Arsenic As plus Cl2 gives AsCl3. AsCl3. Make it the product side 2 AsCl3. So make it 2 arsenic, 3 Cl2. Equation is balanced. Antimony Sb, otherwise tin on reacts with Cl2, we get SbCl3. Make it the product side 2 Sb, 3 Cl2. Now the equation is balanced. Next about what happens. Chlorine reacts with turpentine. I will ask the question, what is the formula? C10H16. C10H16 reacts with the chlorine. We get hydrochloric acid, HCl. And also it forms carbon. So what is the formula of turpentine? C10H16. Cl2 we get HCl plus C. So how can you balance the equation? Here hydrogen, how much hydrogen having? 16 hydrogen. So make it 16 HCl. So how much chlorine is there? 16 chlorine. So make it 8 into 2 is equal to 16. What about the carbon? C10 carbon, am I right? Next one. how chlorine reacts with water. That's one of the important points. How chlorine reacts with water. When chlorine reacts with water is exposed to sunlight, chlorine loses its color and smell. It is converted into hydrochloric acid. One of the important points. In the presence of sunlight, what happens? Chlorine reacts with. What happens? Chlorine reacts with water in the presence of sunlight. When chlorine is exposed to sunlight, it loses its color and smell, and it is converted into hydrochloric acid. My dear children, can you say what's the color of chlorine? Now only I told that it is a greenish yellow gas. Am I right? So chlorine loses its color and the smell is pungent, irritating gas. Pungent, irritating gas. Did you feel this odor? When you are entering the lab, ammonia salt, we are taking some ammonia salt, maybe ammonium carbonate, one of an irritating gas. Am I right? We feel like that. Okay. When we are entering the lab, we can be take the smell of the ammonia. Okay. One of an irritating gas. Okay. So anyhow, it is a greenish yellow gas. It loses the color and the smell. How can you write the equation? Cl2 plus H2O gives O2, and also we get hydrochloric acid, HCl. So how much oxygen is there? 2 oxygen. So make it the reactant side 2 oxygen. How much hydrogen is there? Make it 4 hydrogen. So product side make it 4. So chlorine 4 chlorine. So make it 2 Cl2. Equation is over. Next, chlorine. What happens? Chlorine reacts with ammonia. And also, what happens? Ammonia reacts with the excess chlorine. How can you write the overall reactions? Everything we can be discussed. Okay. First, I am taking ammonia. What is the formula for ammonia? NH3. This ammonia on reacts with the Cl2, we get dinitrogen, that is N2, plus hydrogen combines with the chlorine, we get HCl. How can you balance the equation? Here, dinitrogen, 2 nitrogen having, so make it 2 ammonia. How much hydrogen is there? 6 hydrogen. So make it the product side 6 HCl. How much chlorine is there in the product side? 6 chlorine. So make it 3 Cl2. Now the equation is over. Second reaction, we can be write the second reaction. In this reaction, we are taking excess ammonia. Am I right? Excess ammonia. Okay. HCl combines with ammonia, we get ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride. What is the formula? NH4Cl. NH4Cl. Now the equation is already balanced. But here we are using excess ammonia. Am I right? Excess ammonia. So the previous equation also having 6 HCl. Am I right? So as per the excess ammonia, that is why we are adding 6 HCl plus 6 ammonia gives 6 ammonium chloride, excess ammonia. Am I right? My dear children, how can you write the overall reaction? Already I told you about the overall reaction, which are the possible for cancelling from the reactant side and the product side. The reactant side, 6 HCl, can be cancelled from the second reaction, and also 6 HCl from the product side from the first reaction. If you are cancelling, we get total how much ammonia is there? First reaction 2 ammonia, second reaction 6 ammonia, total 8 ammonia plus 3 Cl2 gives N2 plus NH4Cl. This is the overall reaction. Next, we can be right with the excess chlorine. Ammonia NH3 on reacts with the Cl2 gives NCl3 nitrogen trichloride NCl3, and also hydrogen combines with the chlorine to form HCl. This HCl, how can you balance the HCl? Here, chlorine, how much chlorine is there? Product side 3 plus 1, 4, but the reactant side 2. If you are making 3 Cl2 in the reactant side, so we get 6. Otherwise, the reason, what's the reason means? Ammonia having hydrogen 3, am I right? 3 hydrogen. So make it the product side 3 hydrogen. So chlorine becomes 3 plus 3, 6. So make it 6. That is 3 Cl2, 6. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. The first equation balanced. As based on the first equation, I am taking hydrochloric acid on reacts with the ammonia. We get ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. Okay, previous I told you about that. That's about the excess chlorine. There is a 3 HCl having, so make it 3 HCl, 3 ammonia, 3 ammonium chloride. My dear children, which are the possible for cancelling this equation, because you are going to write about the overall reaction. How can you write the overall reaction? Which are the possible for cancelling? 3 HCl can be cancelled. Am I right? So we get total we are having 3 plus 1, 4 ammonia. So 4 NH3 plus 3 Cl2 gives, already HCl cancel, NCl3 plus 3 ammonium chloride. This is the overall reaction. Okay. Next. Chlorine is easily oxidized with the hydrogen sulfide, potassium bromide, and potassium iodide. Hydrogen sulfide, it oxidized to sulfur. Potassium bromide, it is oxidized to bromide. Potassium iodide, chlorine is oxidized to iodine. So, chlorine oxidized hydrogen sulfide to sulfur and also oxidized to iodides and bromides. But it does not oxidize fluorides. Only it is oxidized only hydrogen sulfide to sulfur, potassium bromides to bromide, potassium iodide to iodide, but it does not oxidize fluorides. That's the concept. Hydrogen sulfide, that is H2S, on reacts with the Cl2, we get sulfur plus HCl. How much chlorine atom is there? 2 chlorine. So make it 2 on the product side. So equation is balanced. Second reaction, Cl2 plus KBr gives Br2 plus KCl. So how much Br here? 2 Br. So make it 2 KBr, 2 KCl. Equation is balanced. What about chlorine reacts with the potassium iodide, that is Cl2 plus Ki gives 2 KCl plus I2. How much iodine is there? 2 iodine. So make it 2 Ki. Product side 2 KCl, Cl2. Okay, reaction is balanced. These have some area. Next, reaction with the alkali is a very, very, very important question. Compulsory, we have to learn the reaction with alkali. Let us, we can be discussed the next class. The very, very, very important question. Okay, so we have to learn this area of just we can be recall. Okay, recall that one. Not important. But anyhow, today, Important area, which are the important area means preparation of chlorine. That you have to learn at least 5 equations thoroughly. And about, you have learned about the manufacture of chlorine. That also one of the 5-mark question. Okay, sorry, not 5-mark question. The 5-mark question is about the chlorine, preparation of chlorine, 5-mark question. Manufacture of chlorine, that is about the Deccan process and the electrolytic process are the 3-mark question. Okay, so today our learning is the assignment. How to write the assignment? How is chlorine prepared? Any 5 equation. Write any 5 equation. Any 5 equation. And also you learn about page number 83. Electrolytic process, Deccan process. Electrolytic process, Deccan, DEACONS, Deccan's process. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you. Have a nice day.